Hello, everybody again. You didn't expect me to get me again, but we're starting a new show for wonderful Radio William. It's still the same show, but we're now doing William. William's online daily, you see. His nickname for that is World. That's W.O.L.D. And I'll sing you a song sometime. Yes. What I do quite well. Now, what we're doing on William Online Daily, which is World, that's what it's called for short, and it's a chance for us to see how well our bears are doing, and the other ones, bunny rabbits and Sherlocks, and little Jimmy and Billy Bass, and see what they're doing on their programs, on their channels, as it was. Because we've got channels from 1700s to 1888. We've got 1888 and 1900. We've got the 1900s, the 1910s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the noughties, the 10s, and the 20s. And somebody has to cover more than one channel, and of course that falls to me. Oh yeah, so it's just to let you see how our bears are getting on. I'm going to make a little album on there. So it's like an album. We put a playlist up for you, and you'll get all the songs on there. Now the bears are playing all the songs. You're playing all the songs when you just follow the list, and there you go. That's your show. Daily, we will put some new ones on for you, and we'll see how it goes. So I think it'll be going all right. So my bears don't fall in any particular order, but I mean I think they better start falling into line. That's a difficult one. That's not the bears are not in order of that is order of year, and we've got to put them now in an order of year. Oh, that'll test us. No, we can't do it, but we're going to have to take things. Oh, we can do it. Yes, and of course, yeah, and for a few mistakes here as well, but not really. We've got that covered. And so, what we're going to do at first, we're going to go back to 1700s to 1888. And our guest there is Big Sherlock. And if you go there, you'll see a photograph of him. There he is. And you'll see me speaking to him. But this is radio, you see. He's not going. He is going to come on the show and speak sometimes, but he's not speaking today because we're just trying to get the show put up. So we're going to call him up now on the old phone here, and there we are. Hello, is that Sherlock? No, no, he didn't answer for once. So it's very difficult with him, but we'll get him. Well, we know how to get him, and we're going to get him, even if we get him. So we're going to get him, and don't worry about that. And now we've tuned into his radio station, Radio William, 1700 to 1888. Lovely adventure every day for you if you want to come on the show. And I'll be speaking to other people on the show as the show gets going. And now we've got Big Sherlock on wonderful Radio William. And because William's online daily, it's called World for a nickname. And there's a charming song under that name, but I'll maybe sing it for you someday. And are you going to give us a one from the 1700s? Are you? Well, What you're going to give us, you got two versions of the same song, haven't you? Yes. Well, there's a short version and there's a long version, isn't there? Oh, give us the best version. We can take both, but we'll just take one from you today, just to put on our little album there. We W.O.L.D albums, and that's where you'll find us. So, SHERLOCK has given us today an easy starter. Well, not an easy starter, but he's given us April Cantello, a soprano, in the 18th century. Sigh no more, ladies. It's an 18th century Shakespearean song. We can't provide you with Sigh no more, ladies, with lyrics. But we'll do that another day. You'd have to get used to the show first. So we're going to do that one for Big Sherlock, and there he is, and say hello to him again. That's it then. We'll put a song up for you. How are you going now on your shows? Yes, going fine. Of course, have to speak for them, because remember, they don't have a voice. So just going through me, but I know that's the one he wants to put up, because that's been signalled to me. So there we go. So we'll put April Cantello up for you, a Big Sherlock. Now we're going to see your junior to see how he's getting on. Now we're arriving. We're going to go back in time on the time machine for this one. We go on our saucer, don't we? You'll have to just make us some got the saucer ready. Right, we've got Baby Sherlock coming through now. Baby Sherlock, is he on the line? Yeah. Yeah, we can speak to him. You don't know his language, but he hasn't got much language in any case. But he's got indications, and Baby Sherlock coming through now on wonderful radio, William. Isn't that marvellous? And you're gonna give us an early one? What year are you gonna give us? Oh, you've got your years. You haven't got your years put in yearly order. No, well, that's okay. So what are you gonna give us today? Daisy Bell. Ah, the original, would that be the original from 1894 that you told me? Yes. And it's a phonograph recording with lyrics. Oh, that would be lovely. We'll have that one. That's Daisy Bell. Yes, I know it. Yes, on a bicycle made for two. So thank you, Sherlock. Baby Sherlock there. And your Big Sherlock's putting up April Cantello. Yes, sigh no more, ladies, because Baby Sherlock's on the way with the Daisy Bell. So thank you very much, and now we'll move on to our next DJ. We have to call them DJs now, because mind, they've only just getting the job, and they don't know much about what DJs is. They're on their Radio William show. They don't mind whether the bears, spyglasses, fish, DJs, or what. So here we move on now to Radio William, 1900s, and we find Ted Bear. Oh, wonderful Radio William. Now these bears are not static. I mean, they've got feet; they can walk around. You might find them on another one of our radio stations next week, but he just wants to keep more or less to this order just for the day or so. The poor chap hasn't got any views. He's got 648 videos that he's collected up, but he hasn't got any views. Do get him a few views there. Do view him. It's Ted Bear on wonderful Radio William. It covers the 1900s. And he's going to put up by the day Harry McDonough. When You Were Sweet 16, 1901. Yes, I remember in the 1970s when Davy Arthur and the Furries done it. And there was a modern day version of it, yes. Harry MacDonald. When You Were Sweet 16, 1901. And Harry goes, and thank you, Ted, and we'll be speaking to you someday, you know. We're going to get going, and you're going to be speaking to us in the future. But just today, to get your offering for the day. And there we are, and thank you very much. And you're on the new wonderful radio, William. And you're now on William Online Daily, which is World. Yes. No, Ted, not mold. World. Ah. So we're going to move on now to the next person, who's a DJ. And I'll be putting all these up on a list for you so you can see them. Now we'll move on to Radio William 1910s. Again, the poor lad hasn't got any views. I mean, he just started. How can he have any views as his music going? Hello, Mona. It's Mona Bear. Hello there. You playing with your phone? I hear him ringing. Who are you ringing again? I don't know. I don't know. He's ringing. He's ringing somebody. Mona Bear on Wonderful Radio, William. Again, he's got no views. He's only just started. Radio William 1910s from Mona. What are you giving us today on Wonderful Radio William? You're giving us the top 30 greatest songs of 1910 to 1919. Yes, that's the 1910s, as we call it. Well, I'll have a jolly good time listening to them, won't I? Yes. So that's great. So could you give us any idea of any of the singers there? Well, I'll be Billy, you know, Billy Murray. I always dream of Bill with the American Quartet, recorded in 1911. So, I mean, he'll certainly be there. And so there we go. Isn't that great? As you get more used to it, you know, you'll be more used to it. And then we go to our next person who's on the Radio William 1920s. And hello there, will you come in there? Billy? It's not Billy. No, it's Bugsy. Bugsy Bear. Oh, they told me, Billy. All right. Bugsy Bear on Wonderful Radio William 1920s. Well, isn't that marvellous? And again, the poor lad's got no views. He's only just started, man. Now, what are you going to do for us today, Bugsy? Yes, you're going to give us some of the top 30 songs from 1920 to 29. But in particular, we're looking basically like just at the start for a 1. We're not going to take somebody that is a medley from the 20s, because that may come later. So we're going to take Louis Armstrong with St. James's Infirmary vinyl. Yes, Louis was around in the 1920s. Louis Armstrong, St. James's Infirmary. Yes, he went there to get his head put right on his trumpet. And of course, our guy seen him, Bugsy Bear. So we'll be putting Louis Armstrong up for you in the 1920s. Still playing in the 1960s he was. And what a wonderful world he's been through. And so now we're going to move on to thank you, Bugsy, for your choice there today. And we're going to move on to the 1930s with Radio William, 1930s. And it's Dory Bear. Hello, Dory. You're on wonderful Radio William. You're going to give us some 1930s music. I didn't know you particularly liked 1930s music. I thought you were up a bit on the 50s or 60s. But you can do any one you want. Yeah, you might be looking for a swap round, I know. Well, we'll see. So at the moment we've got Dory Bear with no views on wonderful Radio William could just start it. She can give you a list of 1930s music, the USA's best female singers, tell you the top 20 greatest songs of the 1930s. But today she's just going to do a song for you. And have we spotted it there? We have. It's from Charlie Barnett. And he's going to do Cherokee from 1939. And isn't that marvellous? Dory Bear putting up Charlie Barnett, Cherokee, 1939. And we're all doing my best. We didn't know the singer, because it's such a long time ago, but still a good songs for you to listen to, and that's Dory Bear's choice. So thank you, Dory. And now we're going to move on to the 1940s. Is it getting exciting? Now, you might know, come up to the 1940s. I'll tell you. It's Little Jimmy. Well, he's a dasher. He does like to get around and get busy. Well, he can do 2 radio stations. Now, some of the guys from 1940s onwards are going to have to do 2 radio stations. Some of them are going to have to do 3. But don't worry, they're not going to do them all at once. It's the same radio station, it's got a huge collection of songs, basically from that era, which don't fit all on one. Because there's a lot more music now than there was way back. I got wonderful Radio William. Yes, with Little Jimmy on the 40s. He's doing 40s 1. Because he would do 40s 2 after he done 40s 1, wouldn't he? Yes, and that's what he's doing today. So, okay, Little Jimmy, we're going to get the voice for you shortly. And, Little Jimmy, what are you putting up today? Now, make sure you put up something that I can follow. There's no need to go rocketing off to 4,756, because I doesn't want that one. Now, calm it down. Don't go wild, Little Jimmy. And you're going to give me the first one that pops up, yeah. Dinah Shaw, Buttons and Bows from 1948. And did you know it's my birthday on Thursday, and I was born in 1948. Never knew Dinah Shaw mine, was probably just a baby then, and she, looks at least in her 30s. Well, you had to be at least in your 20s in those days. And there you go. And that's Dinah Shaw, Buttons and Bows. I've heard the song since then, it's quite nice. Buttons and Bows from 1948 with Little Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy, we're going to move on to the 50s now. You want to find out who's on. You have no idea. You must have some idea. Well, he got some idea, but he's not quite sure. Okay, we're moving on to it now. And now we're going on to William, Radio William, that is, 50s. Again, just number one, because number two would come much later. And it's Blue Bear. Blue Bear on Wonderful Radio, William. Now, what was going on, Blue Bear? You and Dory said you might want to swap. Yeah, I thought Dory was supposed to be somewhere around about the 50s. When you ended up on the 50s. You want to go back to the 30s, you can't handle two, you're going to handle two stations. No, well, you're not got to do much with the second. It's only just there. You're doing the first one at the moment. So, okay, Blue Bear, now what are you going to put up? You're going to put a song for us up from the 50s and tell us all about it? Okay, what is it? It's Vera Lynn. Oh, yes. Just that it might only be about 18 months or so ago, I don't know. Off Wiedenstein and Sweetheart. Off Wiedenstein, I think they said, and Sweetheart. 1952, yes, I've heard it, but I'm not too familiar with my German. And that was from 1952. And Blue Bear likes that one. Off Wiedenstein and Sweetheart. So that's great, Blue. And don't worry, we'll handle that swap, okay? Okay. And now we're going to go to the 1960s, the swinging 60s. You put rock and roll on your 50s as well, but you've got some of the specialize in some of the other ones. Now you've got to be careful from now on because you've got much more than one list to be there. But if you click on YouTube up, it doesn't mean you can click YouTube down and get what you're looking for because you can't. It might be up, it might be down. There's no arrows for you to go anywhere. So we seem to be going backwards. But there we've reached a point now where we've come to the 1960s and we've put up Radio William 1960s. Now I'm just getting used to the Bears. I don't know who's on which one. And just when I'm starting to get used to the Bears, up pops the Lion. Yes, England Lion wanted to do the 60s because of England's World Cup victory in 66. And so there's England Lion on Wonderful Radio William. Again, none of them got any views yet, and they're all there just for you to view, and you can play the songs as well on the playlist. And so are you going to give us one today, England? When you say your nose on your photograph there. Now don't worry, we're going to get some new photographs and some new sounds for you. But just today, you're going to do Bobby Darin, Beyond the Sea. Yeah. Well, that's a great one. Mine must have come early in the 60s. Because I might say he'd be in the 50s. Well, he was in the 50s with some of his songs, but I think that was very early 60s. So there you go, Bobby Darin, Beyond the Sea. And we'll put that up for you today. And that's England Lion. And why do you like Beyond the Sea, England Lion? Because you're going over the sea. You've got to go to Qatar. Are you going to take your guitar to guitar? Or are you going to play a World Cup song for us? 3 lions and the 4th lion is a supporter. Okay. And now we're going to go on to the 70s. Going to move on to the 70s now. And we're going on there now. Now, William Online Daily, I mean, if we didn't get a show online, say one day, I mean, we'll still put the selections up because there's probably no need for it to see them. The list of selections and playlists will be still there for you. So, on Radio William 70s, again, we've got Billy Bass on Wonderful Radio William 70s. Now, Billy, what are you going to do for us today? I know it's tricky for you, but yes, he's going to give us a Joe Dolan. You're such a good-looking woman. Remember, Joe Dolan started about 68 or 69. So again, just like Bobby Darin, he's bordering the 2 decades. When you could get songs that was released in one decade and released again in the other. But Joe Dolan, you're such a good-looking woman. Yes, we'll put that up for you, Billy. You should have put Fontella Bass up. No, you couldn't. She might be back in the 60s. Back in the 60s, I say. I think she too had some that went over into the 70s, but they possibly weren't as big as hits. So there you go. Joe Dolan, you're such a good-looking woman from Billy Bass on Wonderful Radio William. On William Online Daily, which is just called W.O.L.D for short. And now we're going to go to the wonderful 80s. Yeah, we're going there right now. We get the signal. Yeah, that's okay. And how do we find? We thought about playing a game and mixing them all up for you. We might still do it in another day. Radio William 80s, who do we find on there the day? It's Sunny Dog on Wonderful Radio William. Hello, Sunny Dog. How are you doing? Doing fine. And they tell me you can sing a song as well. I think we'll be having you singing someday. Radio William 80s. And you're going to put up Prince. Oh, you like Prince and that kind of stuff with Purple Rain. And so there you go. Sunny Dog. Going to put up Prince with Purple Rain. And we put them on William albums there. So you'll know where they are. But we might change the name if you cannot remember William albums. And now we're going to go over to the 90s. Are you okay there, Sunny Dog? Yes. You want to find out who's on the 90s? Yes, well, so do we. So we're going over to the 90s now, Sonny. And there we are, we've arrived at the 90s. Now the 80s, I think, has got 3 lists, and the 90s has got 3 lists. I mean, it doesn't mean they've got 3 radios, but it's just that they've got a lot of stuff there. And on the 90s, we find Bunny Rabbit on Wonderful Radio William. And there he is. He really looks good, Bunny Rabbit, and he's quite good when he's on the shows. He's been voted as quite good. People People liked him. And Billy Bass, of course, people like Billy Bass a lot, and Sherlock. But the other bears sometimes didn't get much of a mention. I mentioned the Sherlocks, the spies, as we call them. Okay, on Wonderful Radio William on the 90s. Bunny Rabbit, are you going to give us a song? Yes. You're going to give us Shakin' Stevens with Blue Christmas. Oh, was he really in the 90s as well? Yeah, I know he was, because he overlapped from the 80s again. He was going for quite a while. Well, there you go. Shakin' Stevens with Blue Christmas. And this one's for Bunny Rabbit, who's doing the 90s. Yes. Now we're going to go over to see who's on the 2000s. Ah, there he is coming up now. Who's on the 2000s? Guess who? Guess who's on the 2000s? It's me. No, it's not. It's this fella. He always hangs around the studio. He has the studio help now. But he goes on the radio show also. Now you tell the people what you want to put up on 2000s. Which was your most favourite 2000s song? I don't know, it'll be quite a lot. But this one must be high up on the list. Right? Well, put it in first. It's Andreas Johnson with Glorious. What a wonderful song. And that's Sherlock Bear selection of the day on Wonderful Radio William 2000s. And when he's not gone over to the station, he comes back here into the studio just to help. And now we've lost somebody. That's somebody who's on the 2010s. Well, we lost him. We don't know who he is. Have you not seen him, Sherlock? No? No? Sherlock hasn't seen him. Well, I've seen him, but I know where he is. Be on Radio William 2010s, won't he? So let's pop over and see him. Okay, we're going over to Radio William 2010s. And who's on this? Well, who's that fella there? Speaking to you? In the studio? And hello to Scooby Cube says, hi, William. We're doing the Radio William today. And we've got all the DJs lined up and doing the 2010s. Well, none of the bears could remember them. Even though they were around in 2010. But I mean, well, what I meant is, and I cannot really remember these songs, I remember some of the old ones, being sung to them many times. But in the 2010s, nothing wrong with them, some good songs, such as, for example, Justin Bieber, Biffy Clyro, One Republic are still a hit in the charts now. The one that I selected today was Lost Prophets, Where We Belong. I did hear it, but I couldn't tell you how it goes lately, and I possibly couldn't sing it for you. So there we go. And so we're going to get a selection from the 10s, and that is Lost Prophets, Where We Belong. And we'll put all these up on the album there. And that's it. Are we finished? We're not finished. We're never finished. till William sings you a song. Then we'll be finished. So we're going to find now what is very hard to find the 2020s, because I mean the 2020s don't have so many songs, but it's just like the 1700s. Ain't got too many songs neither, because we're only up to 22. So we go up and down that list, and YouTube isn't a help or anything in that kind of way, because it didn't tell us where the next one is. Well, you just have to look up and down this list and try and find it. And knowing that it's there somewhere. And there we are. We're going on to it now. This is the 2020s. Let's see who's on this show. Well, it's him again, William on Wonderful Radio William on the 2020s. And William's going to put up a song for you. And here he goes. Selena Gomez, he has listened to Selena Gomez before. Lose You to Love You, that's official music video for Selena Gomez. And I have listened to Selena Gomez. I don't know what to say. The Dua Lipa's also on here. Good Billie Eilish on here as well. Have heard some of her music. And there you go. So, William's not so bad on the 20s. Well, he didn't know them all. Ha ha ha. And there you go. And that's it for today. But not quite. Can't go till William sings you a song. I go sing you a song. I hope he's going to sing you a song. Yeah, coming on now, I think. Hello, honey, it's me. Did you think when you heard me back on the radio? What did the kids say when they knew it was their long lost daddy-o? Now we listened to the radio, and I said that's the place to be. And how I got the job as an FM jock the day you married me. It was 2 kids and I was in the AM rock, but I just had to run around. It's been 8 years since I left you, babe. Let me tell you what's gone down. I am the morning DJ at W.O.L.D. The L, the H for you, wherever you may be. The bright good morning voice who's heard but never seen. Feeling over 75, going on 15. The thinking I did on my last big gig, it made my voice go low. They say that I like the young sound when they let me go. So I drifted on down to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to do me a late night talk show. Now I walk my way down home again via Boise, Idaho. That's how this thing goes. I am the morning DJ at W.O.L.D, playing all the hits for you wherever you may be. The bright good morning voice who's heard but never seen. Feeling over 75, going on 15. I'm making extra money doing high school sock hops. I'm a big time guest MC. You should hear me talking to the little children, and they listen much to me. There's a spot on the top of my head just begging for a few new to pay, and a tie around my gut from sitting on my, but it's never gonna go away. Sometimes I get this crazy dream that I just take off in my car. But you can travel on 10,000 miles and still stay where you are. I've been thinking that I should stop disc jogging and start that record store. Maybe I could settle down if you take me back once more. Okay, honey, I see, I guess. He's better than me. Sure, old girl, I understand. You don't have to worry, I'm such a happy man. W-O-L-D, W-O-L-D, W-O-L-D. I am the morning DJ at W-O-L-D, playing all the hits for you wherever you may be. The bright good morning voice who's heard but never seen, feeling all of 75, going on 15. I am the morning DJ at W-O-L-D. So that back into the studio, and that's just a little song that I knew. And I thought, well, I was singing it, tried singing it with the music, but then I put the music off, but then you didn't get any. It's not like karaoke where you didn't get any introduction, 1, 2, 3, anything like that. You just got the words and just try and do your best with them. Scooby Coob, hi William. And that's just the lyrics for the song. So there you go. And that's the show. I said, maybe it'll take about an hour to do that show. I've been on 43, 44. And SHERLOCK's still in the studio with us. And of course, we're going to do the show again, put up some more. We'll keep making it better. We'll put up some more choice in songs. But that's all for today. Where to stick that? Put them in the William albums because I did do the afternoon show a few times, and then I put them in albums. So we'll have to have a look at that. So thank you very much, everybody. So take about 45 minutes there, and to anybody that wants to chat, do chat as well. But I'll say bye for now then. Bye bye. And do enjoy all the bands and everybody on radio shows. And they'll be on there for a long time.